The next step in assigning the water supply fixture units to the water distribution piping is to take the cold loads that were previously assigned to the plumbing fixtures and now add those cold loads back to the cold main. If you recall, the cold main was the piping from the T to the water heater back to the meter, and I had identified the cold main by highlighting it in green. So now we're just simply going to go through and assign the cold loads to all of the cold water distribution piping throughout the building until we get to the cold main. We'll start up here at pipe number 5, which is right below the feed to the lav and to the water closet. So the water closet had 2 on it, the lav was 0.5, and so this piece of pipe would have 2.5 on it. The next thing that we will do is we'll take a look at this piece of pipe right here, and we'll put the load on that. Now this is rather unique in the sense that this piece of water distribution piping is serving the lav, the water closet, and the bathtub shower, which is a bathroom group, and in this case we must honor the table which reflects that the cold load to this particular bathroom group is going to be 3.5. So we'll write down 3.5, but what I want to point out is that if you added them up, mathematically speaking, of course, if 1.5 plus 2.5 would have equaled 4, but due to the probability of simultaneous use, and according to our table, we are allowed to assign this piece of pipe 3.5. We'll work our way down to the lower level, and here we had another piece of water distribution piping that had a lav and a water closet on it. This will be 2.5 on this piece of pipe. That riser there ties in with the hose bib, and this pipe number 9 here would then have 5.5 on it. That 5.5 would tie in with the 3.5 that's coming down, and this section of pipe right here, right before the water heater T, would be loaded to 9 WSFU. As you can see, that piece of pipe touches the cold main, and at that point we would stop adding. We'll move over to the far left side of the drawing. When we get over there, we have upstairs, we have a shower, which was loaded at 1 on the cold side. We had a bathtub that was loaded at 1.5. So this pipe right here would be loaded at 2.5. The next section of pipe now has the water closet, the bathtub, and the shower on there. And so again, we would add the load of the water closet to the other 2 fixtures, and we would be at 4.5. As I pointed out before, on the right-hand side, we have a bathroom group. We have a lav, a water closet, and a bathtub. And so for this one, we are going to, again, look at what is the cold load. And for that group of fixtures, the cold load would be 3.5. We will then take the 3.5 of the cold load for the bathroom group, and we will add it to the cold load for the shower, and so that will put us at 4.5. Again, here's where the probability of simultaneous use is played in. We will not be taking the 4.5 and adding the 0.5 and getting 5 at this point. We will take the credited load of 4.5. This riser ends up touching the cold main at this point, and so there is no further addition that will be carried out on this portion of the water distribution piping. The hose bib has already loaded, and it ends at the cold main with 3 on it. The pipe for the kitchen sink has 1 on it. The laundry tray is already touching the cold main, so there's no further addition there. The automatic clothes washer touches the cold main here, so it is already completed as far as loading. The only thing left would be the piping in the basement. The piping in the basement for the lav and the water closet right here would have a total of 2.5 on it. That 2.5 would join together with the the laundry tray, and we would now have 3.5 at that point. 3.5, and our pipe joins with the cold main at this point, so we are completed with assigning the WSFUs to that portion, and we have now completed this step of assigning the water supply fixture units to the water distribution system.